Hey everybody, it's your Sassy Gal, and welcome back to Sassy Gal Prepping. I want to take just this quick moment to thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this channel, and thank you for your support, your watch time. I really appreciate you being here. And I'm sorry that I have not been here for you very much in the last, I don't know what, 6 to 8 weeks. It's been since Christmas, I know, and things have been kind of crazy. And I posted on my community board what I've been dealing with. It's been a little rough, but I'm working through it and I am taking care of my health. And so I'm drinking my greens, which is going to be wreaking havoc with my green screen here. But I'm drinking my greens. Okay. And I'm drinking my water. And y'all like my new mug. My husband got me this tumbler from We the People Holsters, and I like it. It's big, 40 ounces. So, and I also have, it's called Soleil water, but it's basically water that has minerals in it, which is from Himalayan salt. And there's a special mix for that. And I just mix it up and put it in a little pint jar. The salt, minerals, and all of that from the water are actually able to help my cells absorb. I can't think straight right now. Sorry. Help my cells absorb the water. And because we are all walking around, most of us are dehydrated. We're dehydrated on a cellular level. And if our cells, because of like inflammation in my case, or for some other factors, won't allow us to actually absorb the minerals and the hydration that they need, then that's why a lot of us are walking around just, sick. We're in pain. We've got the brain fog and our bodies just aren't working properly. Like we could be doing all of these things like drinking water and eating the right foods, but nothing seems to help. Yeah, that's just because our cells aren't getting the nutrients that they need. And then usually 9 times out of 10, the cause is inflammation. And a lot of us have inflammation due to, the diet that we have. Our Western diet is horrible. It's not to mention just toxins in our environment, and it just gets in our bodies and it wreaks havoc on our cells. And so trying to take care of ourselves on a cellular level is going to be important. Because like I said, you could be doing everything right and you feel like you're not getting anywhere. Some things that I have learned, I'm not giving medical advice here because I am not a doctor. Although, if you did not know that your Sassy Gal has a certificate in naturopathy, I'm sorry, natural medicine. I am an herbalist, which I had just completed my classes in, well, I guess it was the end of January. I'm still learning because now I'm learning to try to identify like foraging, trying to learning how to identify herbs, and plants by the way they look and how I can use them for natural healing. Mainstream doctors and big pharma isn't going to like that. They always want to try to shut people down. You can use peppermint to relieve muscle cramps or headaches. You can take magnesium to get rid of a headache and not a name brand over the counter medicine. Those things are out there. You can use, some kind of essential oil like frankincense or tea tree oil to help you with funguses or helping to breathe better when you are sick, those kinds of things. And speaking of oils, I have a new affiliate link with Guru Nanda. And here it is right there. That's the company name. And you can save $15 on your order. And I forget the minimum amount, but you can save $15. If you do that, I get 15 as well. And so that's the program that I'm on. And you know what? And you order from their website, these products are, oh, sorry for the green screen. Oh my gosh, no. Ta-da. Okay, this little 3-pack I bought at Walmart, actually. And when you buy in bulk, it's cheaper. This was less than $20 for these 3 essential oils. This is a very good company. It's not an MLM or anything like that. This is just you can buy these at Walmart, but you can also buy them online on their website at gurunanda.com. That is where my affiliate link is. If you were to buy them online, and you spend the right amount of money, you would say 15 and I would get 15. So these are cruelty free. They are GCMS tested and third party verified, non-GMO, all natural. There's no synthetic ingredients. And these So these right here, this is a blend called Breathe Easy. There is a peppermint and a eucalyptus. These are for diffusers. These are for, you can inhale these. You can use them with a carrier oil and use them as a muscle rub. Like that's what I like to do with a peppermint. The eucalyptus, you can put in hot water and do a steam breathe with that, which is also what you can do with tea tree oil. And you can also do it with peppermint. I did when I had COVID last month, um, the peppermint, I put just like a drop in this bowl of water. I also had some tea tree oil in there. I put a drop in there. I did not stir it up. I just put it in there, just assumed it would dissipate. And I put a towel over my head and put my head over that. And I think that my nose got right where that drop of peppermint was. And I swear I burnt a hole right up into my brain. So a note of caution, if you do a steam inhalation for, to try to help yourself breathe easy when you're sick, remember to stir any essential oils that you put in there. Remember to stir it up because the oil could just sit right there and then you'll get right over it. And, you know, it's strong, very strong. So you have to be careful with that. And also remember when you're using these essential oils, especially these, you want to be sure that you use them exactly as they tell you on the back. Do not use them directly on your skin. You might want to use them with a carrier oil, which would be something like castor oil, olive oil, something like that would be a good carrier oil. And there's all kinds of other things on here. And then always check with your doctor because certain medications that people would be on, these might interfere with that. And we don't want that to happen. So again, not medical advice, just something that I'm offering. And also speaking of codes, I'm getting into my next thing here, which is oh, you can't see it. You can see the name here is like Chase case, but it's green. You're not going to see it because of the green screen. Inside the Jace case, here we go. Whoops. Here we go. Inside the Jace case, you have 5 antibiotics. And we all know that antibiotics are life-saving. Sometimes, something, an all-natural thing is not going to help immediately. When things are very serious, you're going to need something immediate because you may not be able to get to a doctor fast enough. And that's why I love the Jace case because they interviewed me and they have antibiotics in here that are for me. And I also have extra Z packs because because of my allergies, they gave me that instead of another bottle. And so the one thing I love about Jace case is they have upgraded a lot of their services and you can now get add-ons to your Jace case. And they have things like the Ivor that you can get an add-on. And there are some other things that if you go on their website, you can get things added on if you are already a Jace case purchaser. You can't just call and say, hey, I'd like to get some of this. You have to be a Jace case purchaser. I don't want to say subscriber, but a purchaser. So if you're a brand new purchaser, or if you already have a Jace case that you've purchased in the past, you can get an add-on. You can also get a year's supply of certain medications. If you have medications that you take on a daily basis, you'll be able to get a large supply of them. I really love what Jace Case is doing. I'm having an emergency supply of antibiotics. I'm telling you, in my area, there were times that I have not been able to find things like amoxicillin or Z-Packs in my area because there has been just a high level of I guess illnesses, either or it wasn't just coming to our area. There was either just a high demand for it or they just weren't getting them in. So, if you're sick and you need the medication, you don't want to be relying on our supply chain and other things for them to get there. You may need to start taking it right away so you would have it. I have been able to get out and walk. And let me tell you, the weather in our area has been crazy warm, abnormally warm. And it's wreaking havoc on our fruit trees that we have. Our peach tree and our plum tree are already budding. So I wasn't able to get to them to prune them fast enough because I went out like, the height of winter, last part of January, first part of February, and I went out to prune them, and the plum tree already had buds on it. It's budding. It's like it exploded. And the peach tree, I saw teeny fuzzy little buds that were on there. And so I did prune a few branches, just small ones, but I was afraid to do any more because I didn't want to do anything if the tree is starting to wake up. So there's that. I'm already like, man, I haven't even been able to really get outside and start, amending my gardens and trying to do anything outside. And look, so here's our weather. I'm reading the weather. So for today through the next several days, we have 54, 64, 63, 53, 47, 44, 42, 47. These are springtime temperatures. The lows are going to be down into like maybe low 40s. We start to in the next 10 days, we start to get down to like 23 and 28 overnight. But our highs are still like in the mid 40s, and that's abnormally warm for February. And so that concerns me a little bit about our trees. And because we'll be getting, I just saw like a low night where it's going to be like 20 degrees. That's going to be a freeze. We've had a lot of frost these past couple mornings. I'm already frustrated and I've barely started gardening season, but I've been able to get outside and walk. I've been sitting in the sunshine, letting the sun shine on me for about 15 minutes a day, because I've been able to sit outside. Like with the high point of the day, it's 53 degrees. So I'll sit out on the back patio that we had done last year, and the sun that's heating up that cement and the brick on the wall back there, it's kind of acts as a little bit of a heater. So, yeah, so it's strange. Going to be interesting to see what happens this gardening season. And speaking of gardening, I'm going to be starting my seeds indoors. Let's see, around the 20th of February to the 24th of February, like during that week, I'm going to be setting up my indoor seeds. And I'm also going to be adding herbs into I'm going to say my gardens, but not actually in the gardens. I'm going to be planting them around. So not necessarily having one garden bed or a box full of gardens. Like some people will call it a kitchen garden or a culinary garden, an herb garden. And I have since learned, and I like this idea, to plant the herbs around your other plants. I am going to try this year to be planting the herbs around the plants that are vulnerable to insects, and the insects and bugs and stuff don't like the smells from the herbs, and so they will stay away. So that will be great if the only thing I have to worry about this year is ants, and I can try to control the ants and try to get them out of my yard. The ants was the big issue with the aphids and the tomatoes last year. And so I was trying to take care of the ants. And I did get tomatoes though. Y'all saw I was getting videos with and photos and stuff of the tomatoes that I was bringing in. The Roma tomatoes did fairly well, even through all of the crazy weather we had last year. The plants looked horrible, but they still had a yield. So we're gonna see what happens this year. I would like to be able to have things that I know grow well in my backyard. And I do believe tomatoes and cucumbers are doing well. The beans did wonderful. I'm gonna have more of them this year. My carrots did fairly well, I thought. I just didn't really have enough. Just kind of have to learn a little bit more about everything. So other than that, I've been having a real hard time getting my gumption going. There are just some days where um, all I want to do is just stay curled up on the couch. It's been hard to kind of keep my concentration and my thoughts steady. And I've really been having to force myself through, things that I have to do. I have responsibilities. I have, homeschooling. I have a daughter who is finishing up her Stars and Stripes project. I have troop drama don't know a better word to put that. We're facing not sure if we're going to be able to recharter for the following year. And I know these are not problems that are unique, because when you're looking for volunteers and having to run a ministry on volunteers, we all have this problem, right? The harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. And so it's been a huge burden, and it has been for the last 10 years of my life, where I don't have to worry about AHG, and I don't want to worry about it anymore. I would like to just be able to not have to try to plan something for a troop. And anyway, that is me spilling the tea with y'all. And if you're still part of this video right now, oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here and listening to me vent and rant and whatever. I hope you all are doing well. These winter months can be very discouraging, boring, down if you're in an area that doesn't get much sun this time of year. And then just all of the things that we're facing, on top of that. I do have some other things that I'm going to be doing with my health that I'm going to be sharing. Some are going to be recipes for things, to be healthier, making things on your own. I've already started to do videos on that, where I'm trying to make things that I would normally buy in the store, but trying to make a healthier version of it. And I'm hoping to use more of my herbalist knowledge in the videos that I do. And trying to actually, I would love to have an area where I can start getting bulk herbs and then storing them. And if I can grow herbs and dry them and store them, that would be even better. Those are goals that I have. I don't know if I'll accomplish all of those this year, but starting small, right? One step at a time. And that seems to be the theme for this year so far. These couple months is one step at a time. Let's go. I have a lot of goals, but we're gonna try to get through with a lot of prayer and just hopefully, sharing the journey with you all. That's what this is about. I love this community. I love the people that are here, and that's you. And I appreciate you. And I appreciate your support. I want y'all to take care of yourself. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to what your body needs. Pay attention to what you're eating. Pay attention to the world around you. Be aware. Okay, y'all? And I love you. Stay sassy, but keep it classy, and I'll catch you in the next video.